Welcome to the 2015 NBA Draft breakdown of Stanley Johnson. Johnson projected somewhere around as high as 8, possibly slipping to the Jazz at 12. University of Arizona product, 6'7", 245 pounds, and just 19 years old. Incredible measurements. Wingspan 6'11 and a half, standing reach 8'6". He averaged 14 points, about 7 rebounds, 2 assists. Shot the three well at 37%, and good free throw shooter at 74%. Here's a summary of his game. Here he is, open floor, finishing a layup. You can see the body moves beautifully for a guy that age. Tried to sidestep into the basket. Look at the tenacity, the fight, the battle, the energy. There's never any question about that with Stanley Johnson. Here he is near side, driving to the basket, gets cut off. Now, this was the one aspect of his college game that didn't materialize, but this is what did. 37% from three, ripping the cords on that. Here he is on the defensive end, getting up above the rim as a small forward, impacting things. And when you see his on-ball defense here in a little bit, you'll be able to envision him guarding 1 through 4, fast break, and Johnson blocks the shot. Here you'll see him again turning in transition. Look at how quickly he's out. There's not a dunk on the other end of this. He sets his feet, lays it up and in. There's not huge explosion. You see here, and this was a little bit of the question mark on him. If the huge explosion was there, he's probably up higher in the draft. There's no question where he goes. But he finished just 44% at the rim. But here, coast to coast, nice handle, draws the foul. That's the whole package. Now let's dig into the details. Here's his catch and shoot game. Low release point or catch and release, but he had a good year. Catch and shoot this year. He was 35 of 80 with an effective field goal percentage of 60%, 65%. His open threes, he was 20, or open catch and shoots, he was 23 of 54. In the games I watched, UCLA, Wisconsin, Ohio State, he actually wasn't as good as you can see on these clips, but he's able to get it off in traffic and finish that despite that low release. Here it's a little quick, and you see the shot's not quite as smooth. Here, mid-range jumper in traffic, able to get it off. Late in an important ball game. Again, quick catch, get into the shooting pocket, but falls short. Now here's with the game on the line, 40 seconds left, wide open, totally confident, and buried it. His off-the-bounce game, as I mentioned, didn't really materialize in college. Now the question is that because the collegiate game, the floor is so clogged? Is that because laterally he's not that quick? Is that because he lacks an explosion at the rim? That's a question that's hard to answer. And you watch some of these clips here, it's college. He drives baseline here, runs into 3 guys. That will never happen in the NBA. Will he be able to be better at this in the pro game? Nice little floater in the lane. That's pretty sweet. And here he just beats Sam Decker, lines him up at the elbow, ball fake, jump stop, hook, line, and sinker. Another pick and roll drive. And this time there's not a huge elevation, misses the little runner. If those things develop in his NBA game, then he'll really have an offensive game. Very smooth off the bounce jumper there, though he came short. The question a little bit is how good's his handle? When things got fast in the games I watched, mistakes were made. Here's one of them right there in the open floor. Here again, offensive charging foul. Beautiful steal here by Johnson. Super anticipation. Comes back the other way and loses control of it. Now, this just may be the first time he's played with athletes. How's his passing? Average. Let's call it average. Probably didn't have to do a lot. Love that drive, kick out on the baseline. This time, not so much. Drives with the left hand, not sure where he's going to go, throws it away. Here, overpowering a guy in the post, able to kick out to T.J. McConnell right in the shooting pocket. And then finally, here's another one. Game gets fast. Nice turnover. He's got the steal and underhand scoop for a turnover. At 6'7", 240 with this body, he has a chance to be a high-level rebounder, and then the ability to push on the backside, as you saw there. Great screen out of Looney, gets his own rebound and fouled on the way back up. That's against an NBA-caliber player. Here against Looney again. He tips it and keeps it alive. High up for the board with the left hand, one-hand snatch. In traffic, grabs with the right hand there, so the rebounding skills are all there, and here he clears and is able to get it out. This is what has scouts excited. This is the on-ball defense, and he's big time for a 19-year-old kid on this. Near side against Ohio State, stays with his man, forces him off balance, no foul call. That's a turnover because of the pressure. Now against UCLA, they beat him baseline. Look at him recover, just about get a hand on that ball. This is Norman Powell with the ball as their point guard. He was on fire, and Johnson just eliminated him from the game. Hustle play there onto the floor. Here he's up into his body. Really giving him the business. Off a pick, gets above the pick to make it so it has no impact. Stays on him the whole way. This is Decker. Forces him to give it up. Took Decker completely out of this game as well. And if you remember, Decker gets hot in this game, but it's only when Johnson's off the floor. Decker couldn't get a shooting window on him. He's down on the post this time on Decker. Fights him, denies him. He's so strong. Doesn't let him get anywhere. Forces the shot to be no good. Team D probably could use some work. He was great one-on-one. Here he digs in, gets beat on the back door. D'Angelo Russell with a beautiful pass right there. This time another left-hand reach in instead of sliding his feet. But then there's some plays that will excite you. Here he's up on the pick and roll, switches out to Alford. Let this roll for a little while. He's now guarding the point guard and switch. This is what makes you realize he could guard the 1, the 2, the 3, and the 4 in the NBA is his size. And heck, if it's the finals, he could guard Draymond Green in the post. Bumps the guy. Beautiful help defense there. Now back out on the point guard. That's fabulous. That's the stuff that makes coaches excited. And this is even better. He's down on the right block, digs in, gets back to the shooter, cuts off the drive. That's everything. Multiple action defensive plays right there. Here he is, cuts off the big man rolling, probably a step late on that one. Now we're into some hustle plays. Loose ball, down on the ground. His teammate goes after it. He's a little late to it. He's on the near side. This is the only time I saw him not run the floor completely on this play. He just kind of loafed it down, but that's a rarity for him. Here's a loose ball, and he's so athletic that he gets to it and then turns around and takes it to the basket. That is Stanley Johnson. I'm David Locke. Follow me on Twitter at Locked On Sports, Facebook Locked On Sports, and the YouTube channel with other NBA draft breakdowns is David Locke. Thank you very much.